And we are live. We are live now. Welcome to the watch party, to the watch along game of Mexico against South Africa, right? We are 10 minutes away from the beginning of the match. And let me show you who's going to be or who are the the starting 11 for Mexico. And you know what? We were right. We were absolutely right about who's going to be starting for Mexico. We got it, down to the nail, dude. Um, we said that we were gonna have. There were a couple of doubts that we had. We had the doubt on the right back, and we had a doubt on the. I think on the middle three, right, with either Brian Gutierrez or Adolfo Fidalgo, or if we're gonna see Luis Chavez and Gilbertito Mora. And dude, we got it right, right there and then, all to the point, man. We got it significantly correct. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Um, All right, here we go. I mean, here's the lineup that we're having right now. This is how Mexico's lining up against South Africa. We have Tala Rangel at the helm of the goalkeeping situation, right? We said that he was going to be starting, and he did. He's starting now. Um, we also said that we were going to have the back four with Israel Reyes, no Jorge Sanchez, Israel Reyes right here, then and then. So we have Jesus Gallardo, Johan Vasquez, Cesar Montes. Cesar Montes being the captain of this team, and that's perhaps one of the maybe the one thing that I'm not necessarily too happy about this for starting 11, but all things considered, this is the best defense that you could have had with Israel Reyes, Cesar Montes, Johan Vasquez, and Jesus Gallardo. In the middle, we're going to have Eric Lira. We're going to have Brian Gutierrez and Álvaro Fidalgo as the two central attacking midfielders. No Gilberto Mora on the starting 11, but I think Álvaro Fidalgo makes sense. Again, can't complain. Definitely think this is the best starting 11 that Mexico could have put together. And then we have Julian Quiñones, El Piojo Alvarado, and Raúl Jiménez at the front of the forward situation for Mexico. So. Um, here's where we are. It's about damn time. It's about damn time, dude. Here's where we are. Just a few minutes away from this match, and honestly, I mean, I don't know exactly what to expect, right? I think Mexico's gonna win for sure, but I don't know. I don't know for how much. I think Mexico's gonna win by a 2-0, 2-1 situation, maybe like a goal, right? All things considered. So I'm excited, dude. It's about to happen. It's about to be here. It's about to go down, and y'all, you're gonna have me here to commentate the entire match, tell you what I'm thinking, tell you what I'm seeing here. Um, Now I don't know if you guys catch the freaking opening ceremony, and I know that we all have been waiting for this moment for a while now. Exactly, maybe like three years and a half, because last World Cup was during 2022 in December. Here we have Gianni Infantino, the most corrupt FIFA official in the world, um, or ever in history, not in the world. FIFA is a worldwide situation, right? Um, but yeah, here we have Gianni Infantino raising the cup, and I have to be honest, guys. I think this initial ceremony was whack, dude. Kinda boring. Kinda boring. Kinda boring. I mean, listen, I'm not a huge fan of Maná. I'm not even a fan of Maná. I don't I don't know, but it just felt like it lacked everything. There was no oomph, there was nothing on it. kind of boring. I was expecting something slightly better than what we saw. But yeah. So here we are, fellas. Here we are. 3.5 years in the making. This is the best line. By the way, this is the best line that Mexico could have had. No questions asked. This is it. This is it. This is the best lineup Mexico could have had on the entire game for the entire, well, for I guess for this match specifically. So yeah, but here we are. Teams are coming on the pitch. We see Eric Lira, Jesus Gallardo. I'll tell you this too, man. I'm not a huge fan of the freaking jersey. I'm just not. I'm just not. And another thing that I noticed too is that there's no Memo Ochoa. Oh, there we go. There's Memo Ochoa. I don't think he's on the bench. I think it's just, he's I guess he is on the bench, right? This time around they allow every single player to be on the bench. I guess they don't. Although yeah, they do. So here we go. We have all the players on the pitch right now. But as I was saying, guys, I'm not a huge fan of this jersey. I think it was the bare minimum. They literally made perhaps like an intern to make the freaking design, and the guy just went on, ChatGPT or your LLM of preference, and ask for like, hey, help me design a jersey that it's slash vintage, nostalgic, or whatever you want to call it, and this is what the freaking AI stuff gave him, right? And also, it doesn't help that the freaking Mexican national badge sucks. Here comes the national anthems. Listen, y'all don't know this, but I'm a very proud Mexican, and I am going to sing a national anthem. That's it. Y'all heard it here. I'm just gonna do it. But I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna sing my national anthem. That's what I'm gonna do. That's how I roll, baby. That's what I do. It's exactly what I do. I mean, you can ask my wife. Every single match that I go to, that I see, even on TV or wherever I am, if the national anthem is playing, I am stopping, saluting my flag, and I'm singing the Mexico national anthem. That's what you gotta do. It isn't about only, supporting Mexico in every single 4 years, but support Mexico every single day of the year. Just do. That's how I roll, baby. That's it. So, here's where I am. Here's where I'm at. I'm gonna sing it. I'm just gonna go for it, guys. Just letting you know, not even asking you. I'm just gonna go for it. Full blown singing the Mexican national anthem. That's what I'm gonna do. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Danos el grito de guerra, el acero está bien, y retiemble sus centros la tierra, al sonoro rugido del cañón. Y retiemble su centro tierra, al sonoro rugir del cañón. Patria, tu siempre de oliva, de la paz del arcángel divino, que en el cielo tu dedo estilo, por el dedo de Dios mas si osare un enemigo profanar con sus plantas tu suelo, pienso patria que cielo, un soldado en cada hijo, un en cada hijo mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero apresta y retiemble sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Retiemble sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del Here we fucking go. Let's fucking go. Let's do this. Goddamn. About damn time, dude. About fucking damn time, man. Fucking excited, guys. Holy shizzle. All right, here we are, guys. This is it. It's about to start. It's about to start. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Here we're gonna go. All right, here we go, guys. 16 years in the making. We're gonna have a repeat South Africa against Mexico. 16 years. Raúl Rangel, Jesús Gallardo, Johan Vázquez, César Montes as the captain, Israel Reyes, Eric Lira, Brian Gutiérrez, Álvaro Fidalgo, Julián Quiñones, Raúl Jiménez y Roberto El Piojo Alvarado. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Let's do this. So it looks like South Africa is playing with a back line of five. And from what I was reading and hearing, it looks like last time we played with a back line of five a lot. So we'll see. Mexico definitely 4-3-3 formation that we normally see Javier Aguirre starts with. but they have the option to go into a back five as well, like a back three, if you want to be purist about it. Back three with Gallardo, and then maybe he'll have to sub in Jorge Sanchez, um, because Eric Lira has to be the third, or put in Israel Reyes as the third center back, take off Eric Lira, make Alvaro Fidalgo, and then you can put in Jorge Sanchez on the right back position. I guess attacking wing back in this case, right wing back. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Aguilera has to stay here. It's about time, dude. It's about damn time. We've been doing this for 3 years and a half, following Mexico. The picture was bleak, but now it looks slightly better. I feel more confident. I'm excited. I have a lot of expectation for the national team every single 4 years. They make me go through this. They make me feel this way. But here we are. Here we are. So it's about to start. Let's do this. Fucking do this. All right, here we go. Freaking started. Let's go. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I'm very excited. I'm very nervous too. I mean, this is an opening match. Mexico hasn't lost over the last I don't know how many years of World Cups. They haven't lost their opening match yet. And so we'll see if this makes a difference, right? But as I expected, and as everyone in the freaking comments were against us. I mean, we said that South Africa was gonna, play with a very low block, and you can tell. I mean, they have 5 defenders, 3 midfielders, and 2 forwards, and they are very, very compact, organized, and not breaking lines whatsoever. High pressure as well, and so we'll see. We'll have to keep the ball on the floor, rolling on the grass, and let's see if they can capitalize on maybe some moves. But we'll see. Yep, South Africa is definitely playing a very high defensive game here, as we expected. I mean, why would they freaking go on guns out, gung ho against Mexico on the opening match in home turf? Right? It just doesn't make sense. But for now, Mexico's just going around, around their side of the pitch or on side to side, trying to make an opening, find a break. All right. See, this is exactly what South Africa's wanting to do. They're gonna try to recover the ball, put pressure, recover the ball, stay in a very compact block, and then just keep the ball as much as they can. Try to open the space for Mexico and then recycle the ball. That's exactly what we're gonna do, and this is exactly what they're doing right now. So here we go. Here we are. Here we are. All right. Oof. All right. They lost the ball. This is exactly what Mexico has to do. When South Africa has the ball, they have to put a lot of pressure in it. A lot of pressure in it. Right? And they can try to force a mistake, which almost happened right here. For example, they freaking kicked the ball away from the goal, and then they lost the ball on a throw. Here comes. It's gonna be a direct shot for Mexico. These are also the opportunities for them to make a statement. A set piece is gonna come here. Here we go. Let's see if Johan Vasquez and Salmontes can make something out of this. Brian Gutierrez Alvarado at the ball to make the cross. You know what, guys? I mean, listen, I know that maybe some of the fans here felt that Luis Chavez or Gil Mora should have started ahead of Brian Gutierrez. Brian Gutierrez is a very, very interesting case. Here we go. What a waste of he freaking literally freaking struck the ball towards the wall. Um, but as I was saying, the most interesting thing here is that Brian Gutierrez just barely started playing for Mexico. He started to play for Mexico earlier this year. In January, actually, was the first call up, right? I mean, he was always, you know, showing interest and here we go. Take a shot. Ooh! Holy shit. That was a good save. Raul Jimenez. Here we go. Here we go. Damn. Yeah. I mean, it was a not the best shot, but he took it and it was a good save for sure. Here we go. All right, so last ball. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's a break from South Africa. That's what we're trying to do. Get a fast break. Yeah, get Mexico in the transition and see if they can capitalize. Here we go. A good talent here. That was a very bad pass from Foster. Bad pass. But here we go. As I was saying, Brian Gutierrez always shown interest in the selección mexicana. And before he joined Chivas, he part of a Camp Cup team with the U17. And that back then, I thought that everything was pretty much set in stone. And whenever there was news of him getting his Mexican passport in Chicago, right? I thought it was only gonna be for him getting a transfer to Chivas, right? Because as you all know, Chivas only plays with Mexican players, right? Used to be Mexican-born players, and now it's just Mexican players, people or I guess players with a Mexican passport or with a Mexican heritage, right? Because they haven't allowed naturalized players to join Mexico or to join Chivas, right? I mean, they're technically by law Mexicans, but they were not born in Mexico, or they don't have a Mexican heritage in the sense of they were not they don't come from a grandparent lineage of Mexican blood, or none of their parents are Mexican whatsoever, right? So I thought everything was lost with Brian Gutierrez, and I thought Mexico was definitely missing out on a very interesting player from the MLS. People criticize MLS a lot, but MLS do create and fosters good talent that is not found in Mexico. There's no academy, no first division team, a top flight team that makes talent as the MLS. Maybe Pachuca, if you want to call someone out, perhaps Chivas, Monterrey, maybe. But thing is that the MLS academy players they come with a different chip, and I think Mexico was missing out on Brian Gutierrez. I never expected him to join Mexico after his appearance at the Camp Cup with USMNT, but um, I guess he ended up making the swap, and now playing for. I don't guess. I mean, he ended up making the swap, and now he's playing for Mexico. I guess he realized that he was not going to have a chance to win the World Cup for the USMNT because the USMNT, while they're having a very extensive list of midfielders on this roster right now, he's definitely not even the third choice for the USMNT. I mean, you have Tyler Adams, Yunus Musa, you have Weston McKinney, Johnny Cardoso, Tanner Tessman. I mean, even the fact that they chose freaking what's his name from Seattle Sounders, um, the freaking I don't know if it's Honduran or Guatemalan guy, uh, but that guy, yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure you guys know who I'm talking about. But they chose him over freaking Brian Gutierrez for whatever reason. And sure, I mean, I guess has a way, and he sees something on this player that he didn't see on Tanner Tessman, which I think it was what a waste of a player for the USMNT. Here we go. 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 Julián Quiñones. Goal. Goal. Julián Quiñones. Goal. ¡No sabía! Sabía que Julián Quiñones iba a meter gol. ¡Gol, cabrón! ¡Gol! ¡Gol! ¡Uh! ¡Sí! ¡Gol de Julián Quiñones! La puta madre. ¡Gol! It was bound to happen, as we said it. I mean, Julián Quiñones is the difference maker on this team, right? And again, South Africa's going to try to keep the ball. They're going to try to put the pressure right there and then, and Mexico has to force a mistake, which was what happened here. The center back misses the ball, balls get stolen. Julián Quiñones is fully aware of what's going on. I think technically they're going to give an assist to Eric Lira because he's the last one to touch the ball before Julián Quiñones finds it. And then, damn, dude, it was a damn. He stroked the ball and it just went right in the back of the net through the legs of the goalkeeper. Julián Quiñones, again, the difference maker for this Mexican national team. Fucking Julián Quiñones. I knew it. I freaking knew it. I knew it. I knew Julián Quiñones was going to score, and that's it. That's it. But yeah, this is what Mexico's got to do, guys. Mexico's got to try to force a mistake of the defensive of the South African defense, and that's what they got to do. That's what I keep on doing. Cornelius is beast, bro. He comes in peak form, if you ask me. I mean, the guy's definitely on his peak. Top striker in the Saudi Pro League, and albeit in the Saudi Pro League, but hear me out. He scored more goals than Ivan Toney, scored more goals than the Comandante CR7. He comes in top form, gets in this national team, fixes the headache that Javier Aguirre had, and now he is a difference maker. I mean, he just is, right? He has to be where he's needed every single time, and he was there, right? He understood the assignment, which is force a mistake from South Africa and capitalize on that mistake, and he did. He did. This is the first one, and it's okay, and I said it. I mean, we said it. Mexico has to find an early goal before the 15th minute, and here we are. We have a 1-0 on the 9th minute. Mexico's gonna take it, man. Mexico's gonna take it. They gotta be patient because I think after this goal, South Africa's not gonna change their strategy. They're gonna keep on doing the same thing and see if they can catch an equalizer with with a breaking point, with a break, a whip, long ball, catching Mexico in transition, and see if they can, have a deadly counter. Here we go, Mexico now again with another corner kick. Jimenez goes all the way down to the line and wins a corner kick. Here we go. Let's see if we can take it. Uy, güey, entraba solo, remató de la verga. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Man, South Africa just cannot find a space or a way to freaking attack Mexico in any way whatsoever. I mean, they're lost, dude. They're lost. What a waste of a team. I mean, I'm saying all this in the freaking 13 minute, right, or 15 minute or so, which sucks because the freaking Sofa score is like around 40 seconds ahead of my stream, which is not great. So that's why I didn't react to the 1-0 on the Sofa score. Kind of sucks because my stream is not it's not up to par. This is not it's not great, guys. It's not great. I'm probably gonna take off the screen and just watch the game. Um, I don't wanna spoil it for myself, you know? You know what I'm talking about, you know? So that's what I'm gonna do. You're just gonna have me here, full screen. This is how we're gonna roll, baby. Just full screen, 'cause I don't wanna get spoiled, dude. I don't wanna get spoiled. I'm just gonna close it out, not do it, and that's it. Here we go. This is what I'm doing. You're just gonna have me full screen, 'cause I don't wanna spoil it for myself. Damn, dude. Only fucking crazy being there in El Azteca. Hey! Not even a yellow, dude? Come on, man. Come on, ref. What a goal, dude. That was a cool goal from Julián Quiñones. It's a good through ball. Come on, Brian Gutierrez. Come on. Ooh. Yeah, that's a foul. That's okay. You know, I wonder if Brian Gutierrez actually knows any Spanish. I'm not too sure. Again, I think I had this um, on the last watch along that we did against Serbia. I am. I wonder. I just wonder. I wonder. I don't know if he speaks any Spanish whatsoever. I know that Vargas does, um, but I don't know if Brian Gutierrez actually speaks any Spanish whatsoever. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Raul Jimenez speaks English, of course. I mean, I've heard him speak English, and I know he does. But I don't know if anyone else does. I want to say that maybe Cesar Montes speaks any English, right? Because he plays in Russia, and I know that he gets to speak any Russian. Uh, but I'll be surprised. I also assume that maybe Gil Mora knows any English, right? Épale! But I doubt like anyone else on the team speaks any English. But I guess I'll be surprised. I'm being biased here, and it shows. So I'm showing my biases, but it's fine. It's okay. So I wonder if he's learning any Spanish. He must be, right? I mean, he has to. I'm pretty sure he's the he's I don't wanna say he's probably the most stable kid, but he probably is the kind of guy who's like always says like, "Yeah, you know, I can understand it, but I can speak it." Every single time I hear someone says that, I'm like, "Then you don't know Spanish." 'Cause a part of knowing a language is knowing how to, speak on that language. And if you don't, it doesn't really matter if you understand what they're telling you, right? You just don't know the language. But and this is just me being, biased, of course. So don't pay too much attention to what I'm saying. Imma see if I can restart the stream and see if I can get whatever seconds I lost, because 'cause I'm like 30, 40 seconds in difference, which is a lot. I mean, if it was 5 seconds, I'll be fine, but it's not even 5 seconds, it's 40 seconds, guys, so I'm not I'm really not gonna I'm not even gonna try, guys, honestly. Oh, Imma see. Let's see, let me check on freaking SofaScore if, if it actually, you know, got spit up or not. Dang. Well, I mean, it definitely went up it reduced the well, no, I'm still like 40 seconds behind, dude. I'm not even gonna pay attention to anything. I'm not gonna look at WhatsApp. I'm not gonna look at anything, dude. This is not. I almost forgot to plug in my laptop. Here we go. Plugged in. Listen, I don't know how you guys felt about Israel Reyes playing ahead. Here we go. Julian Quiñones, take a shot. That was it. I mean, try it, dude. Let him be. Don't get mad at me. Um, I don't know how you guys feel about Israel Reyes coming in instead of Jorge Sanchez. I personally think was a good choice. Was a really good choice. I don't think we even missed Jorge Sanchez, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess the argument for Jorge Sanchez is that he's a more of an attacking wingback than anything else. But honestly, I mean, I don't think you're winning or missing out a lot. It's not here. Just being quite frank with all of y'all. I just don't think you lose a lot. Let me know. I mean, I don't know how you feel about it. Well, I would love to know how you feel about Jorge Sanchez not being here, you know? And I hope that is the case. I mean, Israel Reyes definitely is a stronger right back. I think all things considered versus Jorge Sanchez. I think that's just the case. But we'll see. All right. Go stolen ball by Cesar Montes. Come on, dude. Keep on going, man. Don't freaking fall. Go for the fall. All right. It's okay. I mean, it sure feels like South Africa is here. Like their strategy is not to lose, right? But again, it's only 20 minutes, 21 minutes of the match. Still a lot to play. But it sure feels like South Africa is not necessarily here to, make a bang. Here to try not to lose, right? And see if they can, by either chance or by a mistake or whatever. Oh, Julián Quiñones, dude. Um, they can probably equalize and just keep it there. They just don't want to lose. I guess they're playing. Ooh, that's like their strategy. I assume on the entire World Cup is like not lose and see if you can win a match. Maybe like either classify as a third uh, position or a second place of the group. We'll see. What's going on, dude? Huh? What happened? Why you went dirty? What's going on, dude? Uh, I don't know what's going on, guys. My camera doesn't seem to be working. Um, it's weird. I don't know. Here we go. It's working again. Here we are. Crisis averted. Figure it out. It's a freaking good visit from Talarangel. Here we go. Set piece from South Africa. There was a foul on the right flank. They don't score. Hopefully, they don't score. Why is freaking Eddie Lira marking Live Foster, dude? Why why would you put one of the shortest guys on the Live Foster? But anyway, good clearance from Mexico. Here comes another cross. Very cool cross, by the way. All right. I mean, Julian Quinones got a goal kick. Here we go. Here we go. One thing that I don't know if you guys remember or are aware of this, but what we're going to see on this World Cup is activation. A lot of people are claiming that these are happening because they want to add more ad revenue to each game, which I'm pretty sure we're going to see a TV commercial or something right now in a minute. Um, but FIFA is claiming that they're doing it so the players can, take a little break and get a refresher because it's hot. It's hot. It is definitely hot. So yeah, especially for like the European players, might not. Um, they're probably not used to this kind of. I mean, they're used to playing in a very cool, fresh environment, which I don't think is great. But on this part of the world, this time of the year, it's hot. It's super hot. So we'll see. We'll see. Let me let me clean my glasses. The players in the stadium, they're freaking crazy. They would. They would do that. All right. I don't know how long the freaking break is. I guess I'll see. I think it's like 3 minutes. I think it's only 3 minutes of a break, which goes that they're gonna be adding 3 minutes every single half. Yes. All right. Here we go. All right. This is clean. I see better now. All right. All right. I mean, okay. It's been 20 something minutes now, almost 30 minutes on the game. And even though Mexico has been the dominant side, I think the sitting on a boring patch right now. Nothing a lot, nothing crazy is happening. Um, I don't want to make an assessment yet on any of the players, right? Besides, of course, William Quinones being the best one so far for that goal contribution, and that's it. And maybe Eric Luna are also participating. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ooh, all right. He tried, but I don't want to make a statement or an assessment of Brian Gutierrez or Álvaro Fidalgo whatsoever. I think so far has been a quiet game from Brian Gutierrez, but again, I'm not gonna make a big claim just yet. Just yet. All right. Stop. I'm gonna stop watching or reading my freaking chat on WhatsApp. Again, I don't want to get spoiled, dude. I don't want to get spoiled. Um, but oh well. I mean, here we are. Here we are. Mexico's being forced. Mexico. 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 Mexico is being forced to circle back and recycle the ball a lot of times. And this is not good. I mean, I guess it's the South African team just settling in and being a very, again, very compact, very difficult to open up for Mexico. Uh, as long as they retain the ball and play, a wide strategy of passes, not gonna be good for Mexico. And again, I think Mexico is gonna have to find a way to create chances through mistakes of South Africa, just like the goal. I don't see it differently. I mean, right now South Africa is literally passing the ball from side to side, going long, hoping that they can, again, catch Mexico in transition and score. Right now, here we go. That corner kick. Oh, here we go. It was offside. Yeah, come on, man. I mean, that was a big offside. That's even laughable, dude. That's crazy. Again, I mean, it's a 1-0 win. It's okay, guys. I mean, again, as I told El Tocayo in our last episode, no matter what, no matter if it's a 1-0 win or a 3-0 win or whichever, um, Mexico's got to win. Mexico's got to win. Mexico has to win. They have to win. It plain and simple. They just got to win. They got to get that W. Don't matter if it's pretty or ugly or whatever. It just has to happen. Man, South Africa is really it's not a great team in any way whatsoever. I wasn't expecting this level though. Other fans were talking a lot of big game, and we were wrong. But I guess how the turntable huh? This is a very pragmatic side of South Africa. I mean, they're trying. You can tell that they're trying to follow like some sort of mechanism, automatizations, if you want to, where they know exactly where to go, how to run, and where to be when they get the ball. When they see specific movements, they know. Oh, they know exactly where to find themselves. But it's not necessarily working. It's not proving to be a very convincing display of this strategy. And you know what, guys? I think I've seen Israel Reyes more on the front side than Jesus Gallardo. Jesus Gallardo, technically, the here we go. Speaking of, I've seen that I haven't seen Gallardo going all the way to the uh, last line of the pitch. Now we see him here, and he gets he tries to get a low cross, and the South African goalkeeper catches it with very very good. Okay, I mean we're just gotta keep on waiting. We're just gotta keep. I always thought, and I always thought that this was gonna be a game of a lot of patience. I knew it, and I'm glad I called it. I'm glad I said it, and I'm glad that whoever told me that I was wrong, Africa was not gonna come and play a true defensive game. I'm happy that you know you realize that I was right. That I was right. There was no way, guys, that um, South Africa was gonna come in and freaking try to defeat Mexico by goals. They were gonna play it very safe, super conservative, try not to make a big mistake, and hopefully either point away of this opening match and then fight to the death against South Africa and Czechia because at the end of the day, that's gonna be the the path here, right? Every single team that played with Mexico, they're gonna come in and try not to lose. If they can win, sure they'll take it. But if they can take a point, they'll do it because they know that being the host definitely comes with a advantage, an advantage. Um, and they're just gonna fight to it against each other whenever they face Czechia or South Korea in this case. Czechia and South Africa. Faces South Africa and South Korea. I think that's gonna be the path for all of these teams. They're gonna try not to lose with Mexico, and then see if they can get uh, against the other team. And those who believe Africa was gonna show up here and freaking display amazing football, you're proven to be absolutely 100% wrong, guys. 100%. I'm not happy, and don't get me wrong. I don't get any satisfaction saying this, but we were absolutely wrong. And again, I'm not an expert on South African football in any way whatsoever, but I'm just using common sense. Why again? Why would they come here and try to defeat Mexico, the host team, in the opening match of the FIFA World Cup, and go, toe to toe with Mexico? It doesn't make sense. They're doing a good job right now on neutralizing the freaking game. Has become very boring, right? And people say like, well, these kind of matches are like the good ones because you see the tactical knowledge of each coach and how they adapt and react to what the opposition is doing. And South Africa has found a very effective way to just bring the tempo of the game super down and forcing Mexico to pass the ball from side to side and um and just freaking just not do anything with it. I mean, again, here we go, recycling the ball once again, playing safe passes from side to side. Mexico getting hit under pressure. South Africa. Here we go. I mean, It looks like they're both trying to play with the idea of scoring only if the other team makes a mistake. Which I get it from El Vasco Aguirre because they're winning, but if you're South Africa, you're not. It's a boring match, man. Now here we go. Don't tell me it happened again. No, no, it happened again. Oh, yeah. I mean, we're like 6 minutes away. Ooh, they gotta go to the bar, dude. Oof. Maybe not. Maybe not. Not even a yellow card. That wasn't a foul. That wasn't a foul on Piojo. Um, but we're almost near the end of the first half, and I wonder if Vasco is gonna make any moves coming off this. Uh, I mean, you definitely have options on the bench that you can make a change, right? Uh, I mean, you can definitely put Luis Chavez again. We think that we thought that this game was going to be definitely a very tight knit situation for Mexico. Someone who can take a shot from the distance might be able to break the lock South Africa has put in place. For the remainder of the match, I don't think they're going to change their mindset in any way whatsoever. Even if Mexico scores like another goal, or even if they score a goal, I don't think they came in for the win. They came in to not lose, to try to get a point from Mexico. Here we go. Ooh! Oh my God. He barely touched that ball, but okay, that was a good reaction from the South African goalkeeper, man. I ain't gonna lie. Good reaction. Come on, Julian. Come on, Julian. Here we go. Here we go. Ooh! Off the post, dude. God damn. Again, Julian Quillen continues to be the most dangerous player for Mexico. He is definitely the X factor, man. Jesus Lord Christ. That was gonna be a good goal. Dude. That was gonna be a good open play goal. Jesus. God damn. God damn. Whoa, that was close. That was super close. Super, super close. Yeah, man, come on, dude. Freaking South Africa has nothing. They got nothing against Mexico. Nothing, dude. Nothing at all. Nothing at all whatsoever. It's gonna be a corner kick. Here we go. Here we go. Corner kick in favor of South Africa. Damn, dude. Good clearance from Mexico. Long shot. Ooh, that Rangel results. Yeah, it was an easy shot for him. I mean, that was a good strike, but kind of an easy for Tara Rangel to get it. Again, South Africa forcing Mexico to literally build from scratch and or even make a long break. Tara Rangel, who's not necessarily great with his feet. Definitely better than Carlos Acevedo and better than Machado. Machado is not a good keeper with his feet whatsoever. Great on reflexes, great on reactions, but he's not great. Here we go. Long ball, through ball. Here we go. Ooh. All right. Goalkeeper right away. Come on, Raul. Man, I mean, they're probably gonna say that I'm biased against Chivas, which I am. Don't get me wrong. I don't like Chivas whatsoever. 4 minutes at it. Back a good time. Oof. But El Piojo Alvarado, I don't think he really adds anything of value to this team whatsoever. I think I'd rather have Alexis Vega, but I guess well, perhaps the one thing and the one thing only why he's playing as a starting 11 player for Mexico and he's the mainstay um, for El Vasco Aguirre is his defensive work rate. He definitely provides coverage on that right side, which I think, sure, you want. It's nice to have that availability, but at the same time, I mean, he is a winger. He's not a defensive attack or a defensive wingback, or whatever you want to call it. He's not in the on the pitch to be a defender. He's in the pitch to assist, to go forward, to help everyone out. That was actually a corner for South Africa. That wasn't a goal kick for Mexico. Ooh, here we go. Another mistake. That's a good ball. Oh, Brian, ¿por qué, dude? Come on, Brian. That was such a good build-up play and a very, very disappointing shot from Brian Gutierrez. Híjole. He really tried to freaking give a spin to it, so he could have gone to the upper left corner of the goal. He just missed the timing. Freaking Vasco Aguirre. Sí, no mames. All pissed off. I get it, man. I will be pissed off too. That's not a way to freaking take a shot. Or at least pass it. I mean, Raul Jimenez was open and free. on the other side. Yeah, the freaking South Africa has nothing, man. They got nothing on Mexico. All right, that's the end of the first half between Mexico and South Africa. Listen, I think the match started pretty well. Oh, hold on, I gotta answer this message, guys. Give me just 1 second. Ah. All right, guys, I'm in. Hey, ¿qué pedo, Alex? ¿Cómo estás, pa? How's it going, dude? Llegas justo a tiempo porque iba a ser mi comentario de medio tiempo, pa. Listen, I think the game started um, with a good pace, I think. Mexico was trying to find the goal. South Africa was definitely on a very, very low block. Tú dale, Alex, la sala con toma tu tiempo, viejo, no hay pedo, hay que estar. But South Africa, yes, came in with a very significant low block as we all expected it to be. There was no way that South Africa was gonna do something different rather than coming in to not lose the match, right? I'm not saying they're trying to win it, because I have yet to seen them trying to win it, but they have definitely attempted not to not lose this game and hoping that they can find a goal either through a mistake of Mexico or by pure luck and chance, right? Whether they have, again, a good break, catching Mexico in transition, and capitalizing on a deadly counter strike. But other than that, I don't see how South Africa, specifically against Mexico, will change on this second half. Now, focusing on Mexico specifically, Marcos Montes is trash. He doesn't open up the game for the lateral. Reyes is open, but does not get the ball. Um, sure. I mean, I see your point. I wouldn't necessarily say that Montes is trash. I agree with you. He's not necessarily the best out there, but I think has more to do with South Africa being a very tight block, defensively speaking, and not allowing our center back to play freely with the ball, right? That's why you see a lot of like lateral passes between Johan Vasquez and Cesar Montes. Uh, and Alex, I mean, I am a little nervous, dude. I am nervous because it after Mexico's goal, it's been difficult for La Selección Mexicana to find a spot, to find a break, and I'm nervous because I can see Mexico make a mistake and South Africa taking advantage of it. But Marcos, with the Piojo being lost, he cannot. I agree, dude. If there's one specific player on this starting 11 that I have questions on, is definitely Colorado, and I agree with you. Like, again, I was saying during the game that it's I'm still questioning the fact of Colorado being part of the starting 11 when you have other players that can do more, right? And you know, El Piojo Alvarado definitely has done a good, you know, he has provided good work rate, defensively speaking, covering with Israel Reyes, but he's not on the pitch to be a defender. He's on the pitch to provide an assist on the front. So I agree with you, Marco. And I mean, definitely seems lost. Um, but at the same time, and to be fair with them, I think South Africa has done a decent job of neutralizing Mexico on both ends, right? How far Mexico is going to go? Listen, dude, you gotta watch our episode because we said that Mexico is going to the semifinals. Mexico, and mark my words, say this, type it if you want to. Mexico is making it to the semifinals. No questions asked. Alex, me despido. Alex, take it easy, man. Say hi to Flachita. Hope y'all are enjoying the match over there in Monterrey. Great to see you here, dude. Marcos, I do see Vasco making stuff in the second half. Perhaps Mora can come in to act as a number 10 and more move the ball in the middle field by creating passes to the front. Um, that is definitely a great question that I also asked before the end of the first half. Mexico definitely has options on the bench. I don't see Vasco Aguirre making changes right after the break. I think he's gonna wait for like 10 minutes and then make the move on the 60th minute, I believe. I think Gilberto Mora definitely should be the first choice, taking Alvaro Fidalgo out, putting Gilberto Mora in just to be a little more dangerous on that side. What adjustments does South Africa need to make a second half? Dude, come on, Harvey. What are you doing here, man? Thank you for your support, and I appreciate it. But I'm not a South African expert. I'll tell you exactly what South Africa needs to do. What if I was Hugo Bros, right? I don't think he has anything on the bench to make a change. I don't think that he can make any adjustment to salvage this game. Again, I truly believe that South Africa came in with the mindset of we're not gonna lose. We're not gonna lose this match. We're gonna try to fight and get a point from from this game and then fight to the death against South Africa and Czechia. But yeah, dude, I mean, I have yet to see a different approach from South Africa on this specific game, and I don't think it's gonna change. I think they're gonna keep on doing what they're doing in a very tight block and just keep on going that way specifically. I don't see South Africa doing anything like that. Marcos, maybe Orbelin can come in and take the place for Piojo. That's not a bad idea. It's actually not a bad idea. I think Orbelin maybe doesn't provide as much wide play as Piojo Alvarado does. He also has a similar work rate, defensively speaking. But I think in this case, I don't see, I don't think Mexico benefits from making a wide game and trying to exploit the flanks. I think Mexico has to, focus more on the middle and finding breaks with dribbling. And I think Maguito, as you said, Marcos, definitely a good option here. But all things considered, guys, I I think that maybe another good move here would be leaving the 4-3-3 formation behind, maybe a 4-2-2 formations. And maybe what you can do is you can probably take Alvaro Fidalgo out, put another striker in, whoever you like, Memote, Armiga, or Jimenez. I think anyone will work, and maybe take El Piojo Alvarado out and put in Chimo Huerta or Alexis Vega on that formation. I think that could potentially make it so that Mexico finds an open space and score again. But this 1-0, while it's definitely putting Mexico in a position of being ahead of the game, right? It doesn't necessarily feel that things are settled and things are gonna move forward for Mexico. I think again, even with South Africa in a position where they're not gonna try to win this game, they're gonna try to just get a point out of it and do as much damage as they can. Um, I truly believe that Mexico has to be the proposing team in this specific scenario. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that will be my suggestion and my, I guess, changes. My suggested change will be, take away the 4-3-3 formation because it's pretty obvious that South Africa is gonna make it hard for you to position, offensively speaking. It's gonna make it hard for you to get some build up plays, and you're gonna have a hard time finding those open spaces. But if you do change from your 4-2-3 to a 4-2-2-2 option and put more strikers in, maybe you're gonna be forcing the defenders to do a man-to-man mark, right? And they're not gonna be able to leave positions with ease, which should make it so that it helps Mexico finding spaces. Hey, Alan, ¿qué pedo, güey? Saludazo. I hope you're having a good time, dude, enjoying the game with a pilonga at work 'cause it's the middle of the day. Marcos, again, dude, Mexico is lucky they're facing South Africa. Any other team from South America or Europe? Yeah, I don't disagree with you, dude. I think definitely it would have been a more challenging African team, like barring any European or South American, even if it was Algeria or if it was Morocco or um, you know, Costa de Marfil, Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, whoever. Out of all of those, Senegal, right? Any other South African team would have been more difficult, more challenging for Mexico, and would have put Mexico in the clinch for sure, right? And I'm not even saying any European side, just another African team, which I do feel that South Africa definitely it's leaving a lot to desire here. It's I wasn't expecting anything different from these guys, to just being quite frank with all of you. I really thought, that this I'm being proven right. South Africa was gonna show up here with a very tight block, and there were a lot of people on the comments on our preview episode and our Know Your Enemy episode as well within South Africa. We're claiming that South Africa was gonna show up in Azteca and put up a good fight and go all front and whatever. But I guess they forgot that their coach is Hugo Broos. Hugo Broos is known for being a pragmatic coach. He's not known for being a innovative, tactic changing, adaptive coach. He's one of those who sticks to one formation, sticks to what he knows, and he likes to automate as much as he can on the pitch. And as I was saying, I mean, you can tell that this South African team is going through those automations, right? Every single time they recover the ball, try to play forward, you can see how they move. I mean, they understand exactly where to go and how to do it every single time they recover the ball. But it hasn't worked yet. It's proving not to be effective. And so we'll see if this change while on the second half, which again, I don't think that's going to be the case. I'm going to sound very repetitive, like a broken record here. But South Africa is not looking to win this match. They're looking to get a point out of it and fight tooth and nail against South Korea and Czechia for a spot in the next round. And as far as Mexico goes, again, as I said, I think adding another striker helps Mexico significantly to break that tight-knit block, right? They need to make it so that South Africa, whenever they recover the ball or whenever they try to make a break, they are more concerned about, marking their man, which will allow for, less breaking, less pressure, and allowing whoever is the additional man on the forward side of Mexico to come in and score from behind. So I think that's what Javier Aguirre has to do. But again, going back to also something that we mentioned on our previous episodes, Mexico just has to win. It doesn't really matter if it's 1-0. I mean, if the second half stays as boring as it was the last 25 minutes of the first half, doesn't really matter. Mexico has to get a W, whether it's through a goleada, 1-0 victory, winning by 1 goal, by via penalty, by a penalty goal or whatever. I mean, who cares? We just you on this kind of tournaments where elimination is so close and every single game puts you in a position where you can be kicked out or grouped, right? You just gotta go for the winning strategy. And if it's so that starting guns blazing the first 15 minutes, get a goal, and then neutralize the game, so be it. I couldn't care less if Mexico, has a big party and destroys South Africa in the second half. I don't care. As long as Mexico is getting those 3 points moving forward, that's all that matters. So again, I feel that that's going to be the situation for Mexico going forward. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I I also feel that every single team facing Mexico on this group stage, South Korea and Czechia, they're gonna do the same thing that South Africa is doing right here. I don't care. You can come in and tell me plenty of things, right? And tell me, yeah, no, you don't know South Africa, you don't know South Korea, you don't know Czechia. They're not gonna do that. They're gonna attack Mexico. They're gonna go for the goal. But is that not true, man? That's just not true. They're not gonna do that. Why would they do that? Why would they risk it all against the host nation on the World Cup, right? When it's known that probability speaking, the host nation always advances to the second round. And most likely with Mexico's history as well, with a consecutive, I don't know how many World Cups, consecutively speaking, they managed to move on to the next stage. So again, you'll be crazy to think otherwise. You'll be, quite, thinking definitely outside of the box if you come into either Estadio Azteca or El Estadio Jalisco, sorry, el Omnisolo, Estadio Akron, I guess, we like more. Estadio Akron, thinking that you can outgun Mexico. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not saying that Mexico is a high scoring team by any means whatsoever. What I'm saying is, I don't think any of these teams have that mindset. They're gonna come here against Mexico to tie and try to get a point, and if they're so lucky, get a W against Mexico, and then fight to the death against the other teams because, again, they're gonna try to be the second seeded team um, on this group, and a draw against Mexico can be the difference between classifying on one of the top best third places or, on a second place on the group. So here we go. The second half, it's now started. I'm sure I'm like 30 seconds of, behind everyone else. So please, 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 please don't don't put me on the comments if Mexico has scored. I wanna make sure that I react to it um, as 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 I mean as live as like, here we go. Here we go. Oh! All right. Let's see. Again, I didn't see any changes from Mexico whatsoever on the second half. I think all the same starting 11 players are coming on the pitch. Um, and I feel that Mexico is still using a 4-3-3 formation or like a 4-1-2-3 formation, if you want to call it differently. It's essentially a 4-3-3 formation. Is what it is. And I think Mexico still going to try to, keep the ball on the ground and try to get a cross a mistake on the African team to make a goal. And I think against South Africa, nothing changed. A 5-3-2 formation with a very, very tight block on the defense. And it's just gonna stay, guys. I really hope that it doesn't become a very boring match on the second half, but we'll see. Here we go. Continues to be the X factor. Ooh, Harvey, player of the match so far, dude, it has to be the goal scorer, Julian Quiñones, because he's been the difference maker on this pitch, right? Not only he scored the goal, but if you've been following Mexico's game, um, he is the one who's making things slightly different from the others. So I think Quiñones, by far, on this 48 something minutes that we've had this game, is definitely the MVP of the match. We'll see if it changes. I don't think it's gonna change. I think he's gonna score another goal, and he's gonna, settle on that MVP of this match specifically. Um, but yeah, South Africa playing in the back, recycling the ball. I mean, that's It is what it is. I'm getting a lot of messages from my friends saying that Brian Gutierrez is not having a good game. And listen, I don't disagree. I don't disagree. But it isn't like he's having a terrible match, right? If you follow him, if you pay attention, here we go. Here's a good break. Here's a good break. Penal. Ooh, I thought it was inside the box, dude. It's inside the box. All right. I get listen, Brian Gutierrez causing a big it's a red card, dude. Red card. Holy shit. Again, here we go. Red card for South Africa, dude. This might change the game significantly. I wasn't I mean, let me see the play again. Ah, shit. I mean, I guess he's the last man. If he's making a fall, he's definitely gonna be a red card. All right, red card for Mexico. I mean, I get listen, we were talking about Brian Gutierrez, right? We were discussing Brian Gutierrez. And I was gonna say that he reads the game very well. He understands where to move. He finds himself in good positions, but on the last touch, he's being quite erratic. And then here we go. Again, he reads the ball, he reads the momentum, he knows exactly where to find himself, and gets Mexico a big chance on a free kick, and also a red card for South Africa. He could be a Raul Jimenez chance to score finally on the World Cup. 4 World Cups for the for Raul Jimenez, no goals whatsoever. Let's see. Let's see. Ah, towards the ball, towards the wall. Come on, man. And then Gallardo misses the freaking shoot. Ah, oh well. But then again, I mean, it goes to show how sometimes you might feel that a player is not having a good game just because hasn't made an assist or has made a poor decision on the last pitch, specifically the the attacking players, forwards, right? But here again, there's more to it. There's nuances to it. I mean, you have to understand and read the game and see how he's moving. Now, again, granted, Brian Gutierrez is having an outstanding match, right? But it's also not a bad game from him. He's been on the ball, he's been very participative. He's finding himself making build-up plays for Julian Quiñones. Here we go again. I mean, he's finding himself in positions to put Mexico towards big chances, which again, that's what you want from a central attacking midfielder, right? It's gonna come. Is if he continues on this path, finding himself in the right spot at the right time, eventually he's gonna get either an assist or score or something. Right? He's in a position to score. So I agree. Maybe not the best match for him, but he's definitely being a game changer for or being a catalyzer, better said, than anything else for Mexico. And then here we go in South Africa again. Just trying to recycle the ball and trying to find a vertical path, which is a long ball, hoping that, one of the wingers gets the ball and look at this. Shit. And now with the red card, I don't think it's gonna change anything whatsoever. He's probably gonna make a move, put in another defense, get a striker out, and again, try to hope and pray that he gets an instance where Mexico makes a mistake in transition to defense and they score a goal on a counter. I don't think he can do anything else. Jesus Lord Christ. Let me take WhatsApp off, guys, because again I don't wanna spoil myself over here. You know, I know El Tocayo told me or asked me um to grow a beard like Johan Vasquez. That is a nasty beard. I don't wanna do that crap, man. That's a nasty beard. I don't think he looks good well on them. Whoever told him he looks good, they're just lying. That's some nasty ass beard. No, barba de candado. Doesn't look good on him. I don't think it will look good on me. That's a nasty beard. I'd rather have the adult film star stash that I normally get every now and then. But nah, man, if in beer, I'm not gonna looks nasty. I'll be nasty. Easy ball for Rangel. Easy ball. Listen, I think if Mexico finds a way to be winning by 3 goals by the 80th minute, whatever, I think we're gonna see Memo Ochoa coming in, playing as a, uh, as a send-off gift from El Vasco Aguirre. He's gonna play, but he has to be winning comfortably to show up. If they're not winning comfortably, like this case right now, I don't see how Memo Ochoa plays. I just don't see it. Here we go. There's gonna be a sub from South Africa. All right, he's taking off his best player, Lyle Foster. Yep. Damn. I mean, he literally took one striker off to put in a defender. Wow, that's crazy. South Africa is not a good team, dude. And yet Mexico's only winning 1-0 for whatever reason. Here we go. Find a mistake. Here we go. Epa! That's a foul, dude. Come on, man. That's a yellow card too, dude. Jesus. All right, man. Oh, yeah, yeah. I think we're gonna see Gilberto Mora in a couple minutes. I mean, after I think by the 60th minute, we're gonna see some subs from him. I think we're gonna see Gilberto Mora. We're gonna see a second striker. We're gonna see a winger, Gilberto Mora, and maybe a second striker, most likely. I think we're gonna see Álvaro Fidalgo coming off, putting Gilbertito Mora, and then maybe getting like Piojo Alvarado out, and putting in Alexis Vega, Chino Huerta 101, 1-2. Oof. But then again, I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to put Luis Chavez in, um, just to just to try the long distance shot, man. Because when a team is on a block on a very tight block, they're not they're not going to give you a lot of chances. And if you don't have a lot of chances, then you got to try something. And that something is a long distance shot. 'Cause now that you have more space, then the player down, you should take advantage of that. You should be doing that, taking advantage. But oh, well, we'll see. I'm not the national coach. That is El Vasco Aguirre, and he definitely knows more than I do about football. It's not a lie. Sometimes it's freaking. Here we go. Ooh, yeah. Colorado on this match seems to be always a step behind. One step behind, dude. Always running late. It looks like the fans are asking for Gilbertito Moro to come in. I think he's gonna come in, dude. Yeah, the subs are coming soon. He's gotta make a couple of changes because it's becoming a very monotone match. Yeah. So, yeah, South Africa has made a couple of subs right now. Mexico hasn't done any. And I get it. I mean, Mexico's winning, so why would you make a sub right now? But at the same time, it's already 60 something minutes, and you're still finding yourself in a place where you're unable to open the lock. And if you don't make a change, you're gonna try something different, it's not gonna the outcome is not gonna be this. Against South Africa, I don't know how with 10 men they're actually putting more pressure on Mexico than before. Crazy. I was not expecting that reaction from South Africa, but I guess it's happening. Ooh, that was a nasty fall, dude. Let's see. Ah, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. He didn't touch him. I was gonna say, damn, dude. If he would have touched him, that would have been a red card for sure. Luis Chavez is coming in. Luis Chavez coming in. Here we go. As we said it, something different. Luis Chavez is gonna come in. I'm thinking they're gonna probably gonna take off. Álvaro Fidalgo, have Luis Chavez on that spot, and long distance, bro. I mean, he's got that leg. Take advantage of it. South Africa is a very bad team. It's a very, very bad team. We'll see. How long is it gonna take for Vasquez to make a sub, dude? He should make two subs, not only one. That's how I would do it. So swap both attacking midfielders. Swap Brian Gutierrez for Gilberto Mora and swap Álvaro Fidalgo for. Oh, he's gonna be do two subs. Here we go. Yeah, why not? I mean, just swap them. I wouldn't say they're interchangeable, but just swap them. I mean, they have done whatever they could have done in this match, and it's not gonna change. I mean, it's not necessarily moving the needle anywhere, specifically to a one position. So why not just recycle your attacking midfielders? I mean, specifically with two with different characteristics. One with a very good read of the game and good, excellent play build up. Sorry, and the other one with a long distance shot. Just freaking do it. Why not? Put Luis Chavez in a position where Tamura can find him on an open spot and he has time to take a shot. Ooh, that was gonna be a good pass, man. Good read from the South African team. That was a good read. I gotta give him that. Here we go. Here comes the subs. Here come the subs. Who's going out? Brian Gutierrez is out, and Luis Chavez going in. Okay. Decent match for Brian Gutierrez. I mean, all things considered, holistically speaking, sure, could have been better, but it's not a bad match. And now I feel like, yeah, why not? It makes sense. Tito Mora makes his debut as the youngest player for Mexico in a World Cup since the 1930 something, and he is the youngest uh, player for on this World Cup. He's 17 years and however many months he has, but he's the youngest player on the tournament. It does make sense. I mean, why wouldn't you swap your both attacking midfielders? Why wouldn't you? You have you have the pool, you have the roster to do so. Why not just do it? I mean, again, South Africa is not gonna make a change. South Africa is gonna stick to what they're doing right now, and you just gotta keep on going. Just keep on going, baby. That's it. Look at this. I mean, Eric Lieder is freaking standing on the ball, and South Africa is not even doing anything about it. Here we go. Here we go. ¡Gol! 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 ¡Gol de Raúl, hijo de su pinche madre! ¡Gol, cabrón! ¡Gol! ¡Gol! ¡Gol de Raúl, puta madre! ¡Sí! Por fin, cabrón. Qué buen gol, güey. Qué buen gol. Qué gol, güey. Qué buen gol. Qué buen gol. He's crying, bro. Hell yeah, dude. He's crying, dude. Why? I was hating on El Piojo Alvarado, but here we go. He got an assist, dude. He got an assist. What a good goal, dude. Freaking good goal, dude. Hell yeah. He found himself. Here we go, man. I mean, here Mexico's gonna take this and just freaking demolish South Africa. They just gotta do it now. They just gotta do it now. South Africa is down. Freaking go for it. Destroy him. Freaking golazo, bro. And here comes the water break as well. Here we go. Freaking water break, man. It's raining, bro. They're playing a cloudy day and whatnot. What do you need a hydration break for? Like they're running a freaking match. All right, Harvey. What a good goal, dude. Good goal. Good goal, man. God damn, good goal, dude. Would you rather have Johan Vasquez beard or Piojo Alvarado? Oh shit! I think I'd rather have Piojo Alvarado. Or nasty, bro. God damn. I think I'd rather have Piojo Alvarado. Oh my god, I feel that I can pull off the hair easier than the beard. The beard looks nasty, bro. But I can definitely, get that also equally nasty mullet that yeah, fucking Harvey. Fuck, man. Jesus. 2-0, Harvey. I mean, Mexico has to do it, bro. Mexico has to score the third one. And I mean, so far, this is the score that I called on our preview episode. I think it's 2-0. El Tocayo said 2-1. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Is like you lose nothing on swapping your attacking midfielders on this specific match because South Africa ain't gonna do shit about it. South Africa's gonna keep on doing the same thing. They're not gonna change. I mean, the freaking coach literally took one of their strikers to put in a defender. And I know they're down one man, but still, nothing is changing. They're not. He just needs to freaking go for it, dude. Destroy South Africa. 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, whatever it is, make it a party, bro. Freaking do it. If they score a third goal, I think Ochoa's gonna come in. He's gonna come in and get in there those honorary minutes. Move on. I know. I don't think there's any. That's a good pass, bro. That's a really good pass, man. Here we go. Here we go. Hey! The hell, ref? That's gotta be a penalty, bro. Nah, nah. Maybe that's not a foul, dude. I wouldn't call it a foul. I mean, Raul Jimenez tried to convince the referee that it was a foul, and I don't think it was a foul, dude. Yeah, it's fine. It's okay, but showing that Mexico is finding ways to open up the game, and again, putting Robertito Mora, who reads really well, and can do association plays build up. That's a yellow card. Come on, man. It's a yellow card. Yeah, it's a yellow card. Goes to show that you're swapping your attacking midfielders and it gives you a different depth on the pitch. So good choice from El Vasco Aguirre. I know that he was he has, one of his assistant coach staff. Oof, uh, he's one of the people who are plugged in on the live and they're listening to what we're saying. And he said, "Hey, puro pinche gol set, put in Luis Chavez, and Guillermo Mora." And here we are. Here we are, dude. So to all Mexican fans, y'all welcome. Y'all welcome. Here he comes. It's Edson Alvarez and who else? Couldn't see. I'm assuming he's gonna take off either Eric Lira or Cesar Montes or Alvarez, which I think is gonna be Eric Lira. Who's the other one? Number 14. Who's number 14? Uh, Number 14 has to be a winger, I think. Oh, okay, Larmia Gonzalez. So he's probably gonna take off Raul Jimenez. Ooh, Epa! That was a good tackle. I just wanted to make it dramatic. It's a foul. And here we're gonna have. All right, South Africa's also making two subs. I think that's it. That's it for South Africa. All the subs they have. Yeah, Eric Lira's coming off, and until Alvaro comes in, I mean that was a given. And Raul Jimenez. Yeah, man. It was a man for man sub. I wasn't expecting Lira to be the chosen striker here. I guess it is, but I guess it is. And now Apolis is coming in. I thought Apolis was going to be starting for South Africa, but I guess he didn't for whatever reason. I think Hugo Bruce read this game quite wrong. Quite. All right, Ormeo Gonzalez, it is, man. I don't see. I mean, I'm not against it. I'm not mad at it, but at the same time, it's kind of a surprise. I thought he was like the third choice. Right? I would have thought that Monte would have been the second option here, but I guess Ormeo Gonzalez, it is. Listen, Ormeo Gonzalez is in good form. Um, Coming off from a top scorer season last winter, and then having a good display with Chivas this season as well. Almost winning the award again. So definitely something where in Liga MX the Mexican strikers are not very prolific. He's proven to be the best Mexican striker for I don't know how long. It's like since 2017 or something. That was the last time we had a Mexican. Oh, sorry, Uriel Antuna was the last Mexican top scorer with 8 goals in like 2023 or 2024 or something like that. Yeah, definitely better than Uriel Antuna for sure. Alexis Vega coming in. Julian Quiñones coming off. Take el Piojo Alvarado off, bro. Oh, we'll see if Alexis Vega can do something about it. I mean, he's definitely a one of the best Mexican players in Liga MX as of today, coming off from a difficult injury, but we'll see. We'll see. I call a foul, dude. Freaking that wasn't a foul, dude. That wasn't a freaking foul. We need another goal, dude. I mean, it's only what we only have like 15 more minutes on this game. Mexico's got. Oh, something happened, dude. Something happened. Oh, something happened, bro. Well, damn, dude. It's gotta be another goal, bro. That's what we need. We need another goal. Hormiga Gonzalez yeah, has to do something on this game, dude. Otherwise, I think this is gonna be the only chance he gets on the group stage. The thing against VAR, he going to what's he gonna do? He's gonna check the freaking holy shit. There's gonna be another red card, dude. For real? Oh, I think that's gonna be a red card, bro. Yeah, it's gonna be a red card, bro. He's gonna get a red card, dude. Damn. I mean, if Mexico doesn't score another goal, bro, they're gonna be playing against 9. That's gonna be a red card, dude. That's gonna be a red card, dude. He's getting a red card, bro. It's gonna be a red card, bro. Jeez. It's gonna be a red card, bro. I mean, the referee didn't have really good English, honestly, but that's a red card, dude. Damn, dude. They're playing against nine now. They have to score, bro. I mean, if Mexico was struggling to find spaces, they have literally 2 years off the pitch now. They have to score the third one. They don't have a lot of minutes left. I think they have what, 10 more minutes or so. But they just have to freaking do it, man. Stand up, bro. This is crazy. I don't know when was the last time we saw 2 red cards on the opening match of a FIFA World Cup. But I guess this is the new rules, man. The guy definitely, slapped the heck out of Pejol Barada in that game on that play. VAR saw it and they call it a red card. So here we go. Since 1994, there hadn't been any, or I guess more than one red card in a World Cup game. Now, it's two on the opening match. Yet, said they have to score a third goal, dude, because now they're about to have so much space. If they don't take this advantage and make another goal, that's gonna be a waste of a big opportunity. What a waste if they don't do that. And even now, I mean, I guess now it makes more sense that they do that. But even now, I mean, they're still with a freaking back five. South Africa isn't that entire match purely with 5 defenders, regardless of how many players they have on the pitch. Every single minute, they literally focus on just keeping their discipline, their organized discipline. That's it. They don't have anything else. This team is not good. South Africa is not that good. Here we go. Here we go. That's a foul, dude. Man, South African players are just nasty. They're pissed off. Well, I guess we'll see. We'll see, fellas. Come on, just score another one, bro. But yeah, South Africa's playing way more. Was playing. They're playing rougher, playing more physical, having more. Yeah, exactly. Africa's just gonna go try not to get another goal scored because if they have any possibilities of moving forward, they're gonna have to win both matches, at least not lose any of the next 2 matches. And hope that the difference is not they're not the ones with the biggest goal difference, right? Uh, which what they have right now. I mean, I don't see how they can freaking come ahead of Czechia and South Korea. I just don't. I don't. This is a bad team. This is not a good team. This is not a good team. They're disciplined and they're organized. They definitely prioritize defensive. Um, they prioritize their defensive strengths, but they don't have anything else to show for. Here we go. I mean, you have a lot of space. Come on, man. No, that's a foul, dude. I mean, I don't get it. The South African team is not low. It's not going down on intensity. They're still freaking just going pedal to the metal on every single risky with another or more green cards, yellow cards, dude, which puts them in a predicament because again they have 2 more matches still, and not having players available is not a great situation to be in a short format tournament, right? It's a tournament that lasts a month, so you want to have all your players available for any situation. Get into red cards, albeit one of them being your subs, doesn't really help you a lot. But yet, I mean, even though Mexico has way more space now, South Africa continues to prove to be a very very difficult wall to penetrate. 'Cause this- dude, damn! I think Mexico's gonna get a red card, dude. Dude, red card, Cesar Montes. This is dumb, dude. Ay, 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 Cesar Montes. That's a red card for Mexico, man. What an idiot! What an idiot! What an idiot! This is not helpful whatsoever, man. At all. I know, dude. It's freaking 2-0 winning against South Africa. I mean, what? So dumb. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. I'm not gonna say this was a mistake on the refereeing. I think this is a blatant mistake from Cesar Montes, a big one, unnecessary foul, just unnecessary, dude. He could have just, he understands that he's a faster player than you. Don't go for it, dude. Just freaking measure him. Take a couple steps back and see if you can freaking come ahead. But he went for the freaking foul for whatever reason. I guess he thought that he was just gonna get a yellow card, which I get it. But at the same time, it's like, what if you don't? I mean, you have to be aware of your surroundings, bro. You are the last man standing. Therefore, if you make a foul, you're gonna get a red card. Again, I don't think this is a freaking referee mistake. This is Cesar Montes. Big mistake. Big mistake. People were saying claiming that Antonio Alvarez should not start ahead of Cesar Montes because of him not being on rhythm. But I don't think I don't know. Maybe it's not would have done the same thing, but this is a huge mistake from Cesar Montes. All his. All his. There's no way I can say that this was a poor call from the referee or that, they're not benefiting Mexico whatsoever. This is just a blatant huge mistake from Cesar, especially again on a match that you're winning. He doesn't have a clear open space, comfortable space to take a shot. You still have the goalkeeper, everyone else behind you is running, covering their. The only thing you gotta do is be able that you not even stop him, but just push him so he takes it longer, right? And now against South Korea, I think I don't know if it's South Korea or if it's I think it's South Korea. This is Czechia. I don't know, but whoever. I mean, out one of your center backs, right? Now you're gonna have to have Edson Alvarez play as a center back, and you're gonna have to overextend Eric Lira. And I guess you can play with Vargas. If you go well, you can sit Eric Lira to take a break and then put over Vargas or your other central defensive midfielder. But again, unnecessary. Unnecessary. Oh my god, Alexis. No freaking sense of urgency, dude. Either he's not. I mean, he has never been so fast. Oof, never been super fast, but here we go. It's over. Game's over. Mexico wins 2-0 in a very, very, very poor decision making by Montes. Bad one. Very, very bad one. As I said again, not gonna I'm not gonna excuse him saying that it was a referee mistake. I'm just not gonna do that. It wasn't. It wasn't a referee mistake. You, you gotta understand that these referees on the World Cup are coming in with a very strict mindset, and they're gonna call everything, right? You're not playing in your local league. You're not, even though you're a host nation, you're not gonna get away with it, right? So why not do your job and delay him? You understand that you're not as faster than him. Just push him to the side. Push him to the side so you can delay his play as much as you can, right? And just avoid a penalty red card. All you have to do. I'm not not gonna excuse him and say that it was a refereeing mistake because I don't think it was a mistake. This is all on Cesar Montes, poor decision making, poor choice, and I put in Mexico not necessarily in a pinch, right? But definitely a situation where this is not helping anyone whatsoever. I don't know at all, dude. But oh well, oh well. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. And listen, I mean, I guess. Hey, what's up, Marcos? Cesar Montes was playing bad in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, you know what? You said it. You said it earlier. You made a comment stating that he wasn't necessarily playing well, uh, and I was trying to be fair with him, but I guess you were right. I mean, Cesar Montes definitely, definitely made a huge mistake in the last few minutes. Unnecessary fall, unnecessary. I get it. He probably felt like he probably had some sort of advantage and hoped the yellow card, but Jesus Lord Christ, man, I mean, he just made a huge mistake. You wanna see Mateo Chavez. Mateo Chavez, I think it's gonna be tough for Mateo Chavez to play, man. I'm not gonna lie you, right? Mateo Chavez is a left back. He's not a center back, so he's not gonna take the Ramon's spot. That's gonna be a Tonali for sure. So Mateo Chavez is the sub of Jesus Gallardo. So unless Jesus Gallardo gets injured or Mexico is strongly dominating the match, I don't see how Mateo Chavez starts ahead of. I think it's gonna be tough. I think Mateo Chavez definitely shot, but he's not a center back. He's not gonna take Cesar Montes' spot. That's gonna be Edson Alvarez. Uh, Goku Pepper, Goku Pepper. It's always Montes. Lately, has always been Montes. Yeah, I agree. Out of the both center backs, we only see Johan Montes as the one who makes stupid mistakes. Right? Makes fouls whenever he's not. He doesn't need to make a foul. Again, I'm not gonna excuse him saying that it was a referee mistake because I see a lot of people saying like, "Well, that should have been a yellow card. That wasn't a red." No, dude. Point is, you should not be making these kind of fouls when you realize you are the last man standing, right? So, I mean, Cesar Montes is definitely slow, and to my point, so if you understand you're slow and you're not gonna win, right? The race against your opposition, right, against the winger, whoever it is, you take a couple steps back and you try to anticipate his move, or you just try to delay his play as much as you can without making a foul. But again, the only thing that I can think of, and I'm not trying to excuse Cesar Montes, is he probably felt that the South African player was not in a position of a clear option for goal, and understanding that he had people running behind him, he probably felt like, "Hey, if I make a foul right now, I'm probably gonna get a yellow card." But you gotta keep in mind that on these tournaments, the refereeing is way harsher than anywhere else because they get, they're given specific guidelines on how to treat things. They're not gonna change. They're not gonna make a difference for you, regardless if you are a the association or not. So El Tocayo wants me to wait until he's back in town to do a reactions video. So I am gonna do that. I'm not gonna give my full assessment of the match right now, but for him, we can do a video with it. But I'm gonna give a very superficial, um, I guess, review of what I saw on the match. I think Mexico was solid on the first 20 minutes of the game. They understood the assignment of having to score early in on the match. and they did that. But after they scored, I think they allowed South Africa to settle on the pitch, and South Africa neutralized the entire game for the next 20 something minutes, 30 minutes, if you want to say with aggregate time. South Africa pretty much tamed Mexico and was not allowing Mexico to win the game. As much as Mexico wanted to open up the pitch, they wide, South Africa was not giving in any way whatsoever. On the second half, the first 15 minutes, as expected, Mexico remained under the same criteria, and South Africa did not make any changes, even after the red card. Um, and Mexico made some moves that made sense, right? This all the subs that Javier Lascovira did this were pretty much man for man, right? He didn't make it so that he took one central attacking midfielder and added a winger, or took one winger and added a central defensive midfielder. I mean, he literally replaced Raul Jimenez con Hormiga. He replaced Álvaro Fidalgo with Luis Chavez, Mora, well, I mean, Chavez with Brian Gutierrez, Mora with Álvaro Fidalgo, Alexis Vega for Ian Quiñones. And that's it. It was literally man for man, position for position subs. Those two first changes that he did, Gilberto Mora and Luis Chavez, provided the spark needed to unlock South Africa. And so I think I was gonna give Mexico a very solid 8 performance rating, right, on this match, but after what I saw from Cesar Montes, I think this has to be a, 7, reading of Mexico, right? Yes, they won, but they didn't demolish South Africa. They had a chance to do so, and they didn't do it. To be fair, with understanding that South Africa definitely is a soft team. They're not super strong, but they're not the hardest from what I saw. They were not attacking you whatsoever, right? So you didn't take advantage of that. But secondly, um, I think I also saw Mexico struggling with a very, very tight block. So we'll see how they adapt. I expect Czechia and South Korea to do exactly the same thing that we saw against South Korea. Czechia is going to take advantage of set pieces, and South Korea is going to be more dangerous on the break for counterattacks. So there we are. I think it's definitely a solid performance. Um, a solid performance from Mexico, all things considered. That record from Montes definitely makes it way more difficult for me to give him a higher rating on this game. And again, Cesar Montes made a stupid, unnecessary mistake. It was just none. It was totally uncalculable. This wasn't. I'm pretty sure Vasco is going to be fuming, and I hope that he, scalds him because it was a very poor decision-making bad choice. I'm not gonna say lucky. He knew what he was doing. He understood the risk and yet decided to take it. So, you know, here's where I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna I'm gonna wait until Tocayo comes back in town so we can do a reaction video of the game. But I think it was again, okay match, decent match, boring at times, but not due to Mexico's unwillingness to play, but more for South Africa's strategy to not lose the game, right? They never risked anything. They never were risking anything whatsoever. They were very tight, they were very close, and they were trying to find a break, which they couldn't. They don't have anything on the bench or on the roster to be a threat for anyone. I was expecting more from South Africa after we had a bunch of comments on different videos claiming that, yeah, no, South Africa is not what you think. Is Mexico is they're being cocky and you're underestimating what South Africa can do. And what I saw today is a very, very limited in all aspects, right? The only thing that they have going for them is their organized discipline and their defensive structure. But other than that, even with that, Mexico scored 2 goals, albeit 2 really good goals, um, all things considered. South Africa, I don't think is gonna be a challenge for anyone on this tournament. But guys, with that being said, I mean, Mexico, that's all great. And celebrate for now. In a week, we're gonna see Mexico against South Korea, sorry? Let me double check real quick. 'Cause I think it's South Korea. The next one is South Korea, yeah. The next game is South Korea, Thursday, June 18th. So next Thursday, we're gonna have Mexico against South Korea, 8 PM Central Standard Time, and we'll see. Again, I strongly believe that every single team will be doing this against Mexico. Mark my words, they're gonna play it safe, try not to lose because you don't wanna drop points against the host nation. You wanna drop points. I mean, you don't wanna drop points in period, right? But you don't wanna drop points against the host nation playing for your life against the other 2 teams. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. For those who were participating on the chat, thank you so much. Marcos, the real one, Goku Pepper for showing up, Alan, Alex, Harvey, thank you so much for being here, guys, and we'll see you on the next match. And stay tuned because we're gonna drop a reaction video later tonight or early tomorrow. So be on the look for our commentary at this opening match between Mexico and South Africa. Once again, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on notifications. Thank you so much for joining me today. And puro pinche gol out. Nos vemos.